So, my other video was kind of like a little rantic, but let me get to the key points of what I was trying to express. So, coincidentally, I had an interview today, and right now I am sitting at a stop sign, so I'm not breaking any traffic violations. But, so we discussed and we go over sales technique. Like I said, I'm not bragging. This is straight fact. I was the manager of an already established store, which was the highest ranking store in Tennessee. It was already established, but you also have to maintain the establishment. I maintained the establishment. Me being the new manager, things got out of hand for a second, but then my district manager stepped in and got things back together because that was always a busy store. She assisted me in getting back together. I got a handle of it. I was able to surpass the highest check holding store that was, I believe it was in Chattanooga at the time, and I took it to like 535 checks. That was from me going out marketing, building relationships, taking donuts to different people, and just building a rapport with them. So from there, okay, in order to be able to develop relationships, you must come off as being friendly, or be able to communicate, which I was able to communicate very efficiently then. So what would have transpired now? There's one or two things that could happen. Your reputation has been diminished by other means, nefarious means, or either something with you has transpired. My attitude hasn't changed. Every job that I've went to, initially at first, I have built a rapport with someone or the people within the building. You don't just start losing relationships with people for no reason. Something is happening. These people are being approached and being told something. You're being held in a false light. That's the only other alternative that could be happening. You do have to take accountability for your actions, but you can be provoked. There's such thing as called covert harassment. If someone has access to your telephone, backdoored into your phone, has access to your phone to hear the conversation that you're talking about. If you're in public and they're repeating the exact same thing that happened in your house last night, and this has happened on more than one occasion, then yeah, you have a bug somewhere, or yeah, something's going on with your phone. If you're making phone calls and they're coming back busy, but then you do it from an absolute stranger phones and the phone call goes through within 2 seconds from each other, and you do this 2 times and and it happens the same way both times, yeah, there's something wrong with your phone. So the way I presented the last video would have appeared as me being erratic, but I'm not erratic. This only logically makes sense, or scientifically. The number of white cars that are in your line of travel has increased on a percentage level 65% from when you're out. Something's wrong with that. Or like just the white car just passed me just then. Or the amount of white cars that pass by your house. Since I made the video with a percentage of how many white cars actually pass by my house, and it was a whole line of cars one day when I was going to pick up my kids, that has kind of dwindled down. They're switching up the colors, but there's still people that drive past my house. So you don't have to like initially have a bug in someone's house if you have paid informants driving past your person of interest house all times of the day or the night, or calling you from Google numbers, or spook texting you from people that you know when it's really not them. Pay attention to if you feel like your phone is compromised, pay attention to the texts. If you've known this person for years, typically a person has a tendency to text the same way that they talk. And then it's going to be key elements about that person that, even though I don't care how long you study them, if you have not had a close relationship with that person, there's still going to be some things that you miss. Like, for instance, if you have a brother or sister, you've spent your whole entire life with that person. You know their body language, you know their mannerism, you know when something's wrong just by looking with them, because you've been with them your whole life. So these are things that you pay attention to. Even if I go in and get close to someone on that level and gather information with them, that's not the same as actually living with someone. You don't truly learn someone until you live with them. So, like I said, with the text messages, people tend to text the way that they talk. If you get a text message and something in there doesn't sound right, like some of the texts that I'm receiving from my kids' dads, I'm like, this can't be them, because some of the words that is being used, they don't talk like that. Some of the stuff, the context in which they're sending the text, I know they don't talk like that. The texts that they're getting sound like it's coming from someone that specializes in whatever we're talking about. Because, for one, not saying that any of them are dumb. I'm not saying that any of my kids' fathers will be dumb, because that'll be a direct insult on me, because I had kids with them. Of course, I'm not saying that. They're all skilled in different things of what they know how to do. But what I'm saying is that the way that their texts are formatted, is coming from someone that has specialized knowledge in that area. It's not coming from them. And from me being with these people and living with them, I know they have not acquired this. I know them, so I know it's not them. They're either, this is a spoof text, someone standing behind it, or it's somebody with specialized knowledge giving them or guiding them on what to say. That's the only two things. And like I said, I'm not taking away from anybody's credibility or knowledge. This is just like adding stuff together. I mean, I know these people. I have kids with them. I live with them. I live with each one of them. So I know them better than you would ever know them. Regardless, even if they tell you all about themselves, I've lived with them. So, and then all of a sudden, for all of them to start acting the same way at the same time, and it was never an issue before, something seriously wrong with that picture. Now, but I'll let whoever is backdoored in and on watching this figure that out. I'm signing off. Don't want to get a ticket, and it's not safe. But again, I'm talking. I've been on the road the whole time. Not a distraction. Okay, bye-bye.